what I'm going to do is just give you four very, very simple thoughts, really, or buckets of activity that might be helpful. And none of them are rocket science. Most of this is utterly common sense, seems to me. The first bucket of activity, particularly as we may be entering another very difficult economic time, is just to focus on stopping doing the rubbish. I'm sure everybody on this show probably knows that when they look at what they and their teams are doing in any particular day or week or month, there's an awful lot of it that they really don't need to do. And if you want to get focused on revenue, then you just need to cut out the chaff. We did quite a lot of work at Simmons around how much of our time in leadership meetings and how busy our agendas were with internal items. And I'm not saying they are in any way unimportant, but if you want to drive revenue, you need to just be laser focused on the marketplace and clients. It's just so obvious, but often not delivered. Second thought, which is almost contradictory with the first, is that I think there is always massive potential to drive revenue through what I would call tactical programs. And just to take an example from Simmons, from the legal sector, we have a very good regulatory practice. Every time there is a regulatory change or the FCA decides that it wants to think about changing its regulatory framework in some way or another, there is massive potential in there to drive revenue, simply because these things are always convoluted, they're always time pressured. Our clients never have the time or the space to consider and think about them properly. And you can plow into those tactical, time-constrained conversations with very, very sensible sets of outputs that you can charge for. And I could bore you with some examples, but I won't. So second thought is don't forget the tactics. Third thought, which is again stating the bleeding obvious, is we tend to do too much in professional services. We tend to go to market with too many initiatives. So focus on the fewer and the bigger and the better. We developed a program actually at EY, actually at Anderson, called Big Rocks, which was really a way of ensuring that every year we develop 4 multi-layered strategic programs designed to show off what we knew about the areas of our business we thought were really important. Don't forget them, particularly in times of strife, because they will deliver reputational opportunities and relationship opportunities as well as revenue. And then the last one, I'm doing quite well because I've only done 3.5 minutes, is really for people just to consider, and it's very much focused on the legal industry. So apologies for those of you that are not in the legal industry, but it may be relevant. It does seem to me that if we want to drive sustainable revenue in the future and more of it, we need to get a handle on what I would call the collaboration conundrum. I'm amazed how within the legal industry, we still fail to take the whole firm, the whole of our firm to a particular client and deploy all of our knowledge and expertise with a particular client. And there are a number of fundamental reasons why we don't do that, that get to the way we remunerate our partners and our people, that get to the way we hire our partners and our people, and that get to the way we train and develop them. And it seems to me that the firm that can genuinely collaborate across the different silos within its organization, and take those and take the whole firm to solve client problems is going to clean up, because nobody else is doing it. I'm done.